Oregon against Oregon State, and just a really great end of the season matchup here. Oregon's only loss by 3 on the road at Washington, the final minute when Michael Penix Jr. hit that big touchdown. And we saw Oregon State this past weekend had a chance to beat Washington. They played close at home. Washington ended up pulling away, but they're still 8-3 on the year, and they're going to go up against this Oregon team that's 10-1. Any chance for an upset here, or is Oregon keep rolling?
I just think Oregon is just so hot right now. I mean, Bo Nix, what they're doing just as a team, right? Just we talk about complimentary football. They're a 13.5-point favorite at home. It's a lot of points. The over-under 62. I just don't think this Oregon State defense, and look, you had the weather by your side against Washington and things like that. We'll have to see what the weather is, obviously, in Eugene this weekend. It is at home for Oregon. But this Oregon State team, as much as we've talked about, them being a physical team that wants to run the ball and play good defense, they've been up and down defensively. You've seen them give up a lot of points, even to teams that they really shouldn't have, in my opinion. I think Oregon right now, offensively, outside of LSU, probably them and Alabama, you can throw in a couple more, are the most dangerous offenses in the country because they can do everything. Oregon can line up, if you want to have a light box, Oregon can line up and gap scheme you to death. If you want to sit here and have a heavy box and make Bo Nix beat you, that's fine. He'll kill you with his arm. And then running ability. I think Oregon State is going to be running into a brick wall. This is one of those games where I feel like DJU has 2 or 3 interceptions. One of them's a pick 6. I'm leaning Oregon minus the 13.5 right now, David, just because I don't think DJU throws the ball well. And I think DJU is a little bit, and some people disagree with me here, and that's okay, is a little bit better version of Joe Milton. That's what I think.
Well, that is a lot of points, especially in a rivalry game like this. But Oregon's trying to do a couple things. One, they're trying to get into the college football playoff with a loss, which everything matters. Margin of victory matters down the stretch. Style points matter. But also they're trying to win Bo Nix the Heisman Trophy. Now, that's not the number one priority, but that's something they're considering. Weather forecast for Eugene on Saturday, 48 degrees and sunny.
Well, and don't forget.
7:30 game.
Yeah, don't forget last year, Oregon was beating Oregon State, and Oregon State just lined up and ran it down their throat. Don't think for a second every day this week Dan Lanning is going to be talking about that. I think you're going to have a pissed-off Oregon team that is still embarrassed by getting big boyed in front of their girlfriend or wife last year in a rivalry game when they were up on Oregon State.
Styles make fights, right? And Oregon State, you had the style to beat Washington. Everything was checked off in that game for you to beat Washington. Rainy, sloppy, they're not great at stopping the run. You can hold the ball. Not against this Oregon team, all right? This isn't last year's Oregon team, right? They're already, the more the time passes, the more Oregon looks like an SEC front seven. That's what Dan does, right? You're not going to run over Oregon, and DJU's not good enough to throw you to a win. This game opened at 11.5. All right, so a lot of books have it at 14.5 right now. Some have it at 13.5 right now. I like the under in this game, and I also like Oregon to cover in this game. I think Oregon makes a statement in this game. They come out and Bo has a great game. I don't think he's going to win the Heisman, but I do think he has a great game, and I think they win convincingly against Oregon State.
And set up for the Pac-12 championship.
Absolutely.
I like it.
One place where I know we're always right is when it comes down to Good Ranchers and the meat you need to be able to put on your grill and have in your house, whether it's chicken, whether it's steak, whether it's seafood, they've got everything. And you can claim your year of free meat for $15 off and free shipping with our code BOOSTER at goodranchers.com. They're the #1 place to get all-American beef, pork, chicken, and seafood. Use our promo code BOOSTER at goodranchers.com. And this November, like I said, you get to pick your favorite meat to get for free. All right, absolutely free for a year. All right, steak, salmon, chicken, or bacon. Let me say this again. Steak, salmon, chicken, or bacon when you subscribe to any box right now. That's a $480 value.
Wow.
Like, I can't give you anything better than that. Like, to food, wines, deliciousness. Good Ranchers, it is American meat delivered. Use that promo code BOOSTER at goodranchers.com. Everybody on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Do us a favor, if you haven't already yet, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for stopping by. Turn that notification bell on too, so you'll know every time that we drop content as we move into the postseason of college football.